Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Combat Craig, and this is how you file a VA claim if you get medically discharged, med boarded. Actually, this works if you're on active duty as well. If you have a BDD claim or IDES claim, if you're on active duty, this type of claim will work for you. If you're new to the VA claims process, you want to learn more about it, my strategy, I preach and teach strategy in my boot camp. Check it out at combatcraig.com, links in the description. So you're getting discharged and you're trying to figure out which conditions qualify for VA disability. Here's the deal. We signed the contract, remember? Signed on the dotted line. So our deal, our part of that agreement is we'll do whatever it takes, including losing our life. Gladly do it, serving our country. Their part of the agreement is if anything happens to us, anything, VA disability. The easiest way to figure out what's wrong with you is to go to the doctor and complain about everything. Get every test you could get. And let me just hop into a screen share here and show you a veteran that filed a claim for tons of things, let them all fly, and he's already getting some decisions back. And this is what I want you guys to do. If you're on active duty, this is what your claim should look like. If you're not on active duty and you're hearing my voice right now and you've been out for longer than 12 months, you're going to need medical evidence. The nexus is no longer implied. If you need a nexus, hit up my med team. Email address is in the description. They could help you out with a nexus, diagnosis, or the severity of your symptoms. All right, so let's take a look here. Left ankle, 10%. Left hand strain, 0%. Deviated nasal septum, 10. Tinnitus, 10. Major depressive disorder, 70%. Good, solid mental health rating here. Left hand, medium neuritis, 10%. Left knee strain, 10. Right knee strain, 10. So not bad. This isn't even fully adjudicated yet, and it's 90%. So the VA uses whole numbers. To get this 90%, you have to figure out what your rating actually is. It's either 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, rounded up to 90, or it's 91, 92, 93, 94, rounded down to 90. How you get this information is you have to plug it into a calculator. The sponsor of today's video, Hill and Podden, they have a good calculator. Link to that's in the description. So how you add these up is you do the bilateral factors first, and there's multiple bilateral factors. Right hand, right leg, left leg. Good example of combining bilateral factors. That's why this rating's so high. And then you take the highest rating, and then you go down to the lowest rating. So there's a bilateral factor of 8%. That's what I get doing my math. And this is a 93% rating. So this guy needs 2 more points. When you're at 90%, each 10% is worth 1 point. So that, strategy, right? You don't need everything service connected under the moon. What's your goal? If your goal is 100%, then that's what you need to focus on. So you need 2 strategic placements. And actually, let's go on and look at what's not been adjudicated yet, because there's some more on here. All right, here's the pending disabilities list. I circled the ones in green that still have some legs. Benign vertigo, nerve pain in the right hip, numbness in feet and toes on both feet, numbness left hand. All these things in red: GERD, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, tinnitus, right ankle, anxiety, panic attacks. These things were all rated for you already. So these are just going to drop off or get combined. So these particular claims are irrelevant. When you're doing a med board or BDD claim, or you file a new claim on active duty, throw the kitchen sink at them, let them solve it. You don't need the nexus. It's implied. You do need to have a diagnosis, and you need to deal with the severity of your symptoms, and they're going to lowball you, and we're going to address that a little bit here. So in my honest opinion, I think that he's going to be able to pick up 100% on these deferred claims or these claims that haven't been decided yet. But let's say that doesn't happen. I hope it does. Maybe it won't. Who knows? we're not looking for secondaries. You don't need to file secondaries. You're in the 1-year presumptive period. So we're just looking to increase a few things. We need 2 points, which equals 20% more, right? So 10% for orthopedic conditions, good, solid, low ball rating. I wouldn't mess with them. Right ankle and left hand and wrists and just, I wouldn't even focus on that because 10% is a good, solid, low ball rating. Focus on something you could actually increase. So what I would be looking at is 0% for sleep apnea. You filed the claim, you got service connected, you're at 0, right? Why'd you get 0 instead of 30 or 50? Did they prescribe you a CPAP machine and they just missed it? Or do you have such mild sleep apnea, it's just no problem at all? That's the easiest way to increase yourself up from 93 to 95, and you're done. Another option is GERD, 0%. What are your symptoms? Did you just say you have GERD? You obviously want it, right? You got the diagnosis and the nexus. Your symptoms aren't right. Did you complain about them right? You might need to clean this up. 30% for GERD, you're done. 30% for sleep apnea, 30%. There's so many ways to go when you're set up like this and you need 2 points. 0% for hypertension. So hypertension is high blood pressure. So you either have high blood pressure, it's subjective. So you either have it or you don't, however the squishy thing or however they measure it. So if you have minor high blood pressure and 0 is all you're going to get, you don't need to fight that. You don't need to increase something that won't get increased, right? Vertigo is deferred. If you have it in any substantial way, 30% rating. Multiple ways to attack this. You're in the presumptive period. So we're in good shape here. What I would do on this one is I'd let them just finish adjudicating the claim and see where you end up. Like I said, I think this is going to end up at 95%, which is 100, and then you're just done. If that doesn't happen, go back, look at the sleep apnea, look at the GERD. You could challenge it with a supplemental claim. You get paid back to the day you got out, and go get evidence that shows that you don't need the nexus or the diagnosis. You already established service connection. We're just working on the rating. So go get a higher sleep apnea rating. Get a doctor. Again, contact my med team. They can help you, or your own doctor, whatever, any doctor that can that's qualified to write your symptoms down. Attack the GERD, attack the sleep apnea. If your hypertension is wrong, have them write that stuff down. You could talk about this stuff, but it's better to have a doctor do it because we're laymen veterans and we're not doctors. If you need to appeal your claim, that's what this is. If you don't agree with the decision and you don't get 100%, one of your options is the appeals process, and you can lawyer up if you want to. Check out the sponsor of today's video. They might be able to help you out with your claim.